9 p.m. in Art this time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have the closing of the regional contest of memorization of the Holy Quran, Grand Prix of the investiture of the new mayor of the city. 20 million people threatened with famine by the end of the year in the Horn of Africa. Welcome to our newsroom. The ambassador of the Republic of Djibouti and dean of the diplomatic corps to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Jaiddin Said Bamakrama, was received in audience by the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, at As-Salam Palace in Jeddah. The ambassador of Djibouti conveyed to King Salman the greetings of the President Ismail Omar Guelleh and the leaders of the Muslim country and other friendly countries on the occasions of the advent of the holy month of Ramadan. In response, the Saudi rulers extended his distinguished greetings to the leaders of Muslim countries, imploring God Almighty to bestow his blessings in this blessed month of Ramadan and the rest of the world. The meeting was attended by the Minister of Interior, His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz bin Saud bin Naif, the Minister of State, member of the Council of Ministers Mus'ad bin Mohammed Al Ayban, His Excellency Mr. Tamim As-Salam, the King's Private Secretary. Under the patronage of His Excellency the Minister of Muslim Affairs and Waqf sponsored this morning's closing ceremony of the 22 editions of the regional contest of the memorization of the Holy Quran, Prize of the Harif State. This event took place in the from Djibouti and Ahmed Mujib Ahmed from Yemen. To value and promote the readings of the Holy Quran is a priority for the President of the Republic, Ismail Omar Guelleh, who since his accession to the Supreme Magistracy in 1999 initiated organizations in Djibouti of a regional contest. For his part, the Minister of Muslim Affairs and Waqf, Mumin Hassan Barre, underlined the importance of holding these competitions with the regional dimensions, which reflects the interest of his department in the Quranic education and the disseminations of the virtues and values of Muslims ethics. He indicated that our country, thanks to the far-sighted visions of the President of the Republic, Ismail Omar Guelleh, becomes every year a high place for the recitations of the Quran during the blessed month of Ramadan. At the end of his speech, the minister presented his warm congratulations to the young winners coming from the neighboring countries, wishing them few success and good return to their country. So far this noble objective is we are honored every year to receive candidates from neighboring countries in the Horn of Africa and East Africa, competitors from Somalia, Somaliland, Ethiopia, Sudan, Kenya, Tanzania, Yemen, Comoros, in addition to the Republic of Djibouti, hosts and organizers of this blessed Quranic event. The Minister of Health held yesterday a workshop to review socio-anthropological studies on the factors influencing the non-use of families plannings conducted with the support of UNFPA The meeting was co-chaired by the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble, and the Minister of Women and Family, Muna Usman Adana, was attended by the UNFPA representative Aisha Jama Ibrahim and the World Health Organization's representative Rene von der Wert, and the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Saleh Benoita Turaba, and senior officials from the two ministries concerned. Following the results of their studies, the two ministries jointly decided to set up a joint working group to establish an action plan. Based on the elements identified by the studies, family planning is a subject that requires a great deal of awareness raising, and that if put to the good use, it will generate gains both in terms of women's health and well-being of economic terms. In her speech, the Minister of Women and Family, Muna Usman Adan, emphasized that the results of these studies will allow her department to accompany the Ministry of Health in the dissemination, support, and the reinforcement of the knowledge in changing family behavior. In his speech, the Minister of Health, Ahmed Rabli Abdullah, indicated that the promotion of a family planning is one of the priorities of the Ministries of Health as part of the effort to reduce maternal and infant mortality. He stated that family planning is an usable tool for birth spacing and survival of mothers and children. The Commission on Legislation, General Administration and Human Rights met on Wednesday, 20 April 2022, under the chairmanship of the Honorable Abdallah Barakat Ibrahim, to examine the draft law number 154 EN 2028L on the organization and the functioning of the Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development. The government was represented by the Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development, Mohamed Abdul Qadir Musa Halem, with the clarifications of his close collaborators. After wide exchanges of view between the parliamentarian and the executive, the commissions approved the transmission in public sessions of the examined corpus with its favorable opinion. The investiture at the City Hall of Mr. Saeed Dawood Mohammed, new mayor of the capital, was officially invested after an election of members of the Council of Djibouti. The headquarters of the City Council of Djibouti City hosted this Wednesday an inauguration ceremony of the new mayor of Djibouti. Saeed Dawood Mohammed was unanimously elected and invested mayor of the city of Djibouti. The emotions was palpable this morning in the voice of Saeed Dawood, elected mayor of the capital after a vote of 35 members of the High Council of Djibouti. The ceremony was attended by the prefect of Djibouti, the new president of the commune of Ras Dika, Boulaous, and Balbala, praising the great skills and masteries he has shown the former mayor Fatouma Awale in conducting the affairs of the capital. The new mayor Saeed Dawood Mohammed said that he was ready to accomplish the mission entrusted to him and called on his compatriots to strengthen the unity and national cohesion. The Constitutional Council is confirming the results announced by the Ministry of Interior, and according to which the UMP list is obtained 74% of the votes cast. The UMP, the only list is competing in the city of Djibouti, won all the seats in the Djibouti High Council. The Neighborhood 3 and 4 Community Development Centers hosted the first collective iftar under the auspices of the Ministry of Youth and the Neighborhood 3 and 4 Community Development Center. The CDC of the Neighborhood 3 and 4 hosted the first collective iftar as part of the activities in honor of the blessed month of Ramadan. Participated in this iftar members of the community council, the elders, the ulama, and several officials of the ministry, directors of the CDCs, and many young people before the call of the first evening prayers marking the end of the Ramadan fast for the day. Took place sessions of the religious preaching, coupled with the sequences of the question answers with the award to the winners. After a delicious and succulent food and drinks at the call of the museum places to the evening prayers, all participants then follow with a series of questions on the Islamic cultures, the importance and particularity of this blessed month of Ramadan. It is the month of forgiveness and recollections. It is the month of patience, giving, sharing, and reconciliations. It is the month in which the resources of the believers increase. And to close, several qasaid were interpreted by the native singers of each district. The football field of the Saudi school located in the district of Haramus hosted last night the final of the Cup of the Custodian of the two Holy Mosques in Djibouti, Ambassador Faisal bin Sultan Al Qabbani. The final matches of the Cup, which brought together 10 teams from various institutions and government agencies, a team from U.S. embassies in Djibouti gathered the team of the religious attaché and the team from the Islamic Institute in Djibouti. The religious attaché team won the 16-day Ramadan championship after beating the Islamic Institute's team by 5 goals to 2. The closing ceremony was attended by the Chargé d'Affaires of the Saudi Arabian Embassy, Abdul Hadi Al-Qutaybi, the Chargé d'Affaires of the Kuwaiti Embassy in Djibouti, Khalid bin Mubarak Al-Hassam, and the Chargé d'Affaires of the Embassy of Qatar in Djibouti, Mr. Ibrahim Al-Shuraimi, as well as his assistants, Mr. Saif Majid Al-Mansouri, and the Saudi military attaché in Djibouti, Colonel Abdullah Al-Qa'bi, the directors of the Saudi school in Djibouti, Mr. Muhammad bin Aliyan Al-Harbi, and the supervisors of the tournament, Saleh Abdullah Al-Ghamdi, also participate in the event. Under the aegis of the Secretary of State in charge of sports, the tournament of the Blessed Man's edition of the 2022, organized by the Djiboutian Federation of Dakaitorio in the region of Tajara in collaboration with the sports complex of Tajara, have delocalized in the evening of Thursday, 14:30 in the fire of the sports complex of Tajara. This tournament, which began since April 5, 2022, on the whole country, is a team of Dakaitorio led by the General Secretary Yaqub Musa Ali, were well received by the persons in charge of the complex, Miss Madina Ali Dimbio, who facilitated for the unfoldings of this competition. The Dakaitorio team and the general public of the city of Tajura have largely appreciated these disciplines. And for the international scene, in February, Senegal won the very first African Cup of the Nations in its history, a trophy covered for many years. Senegal that will be put back into place next June with the start of the qualifiers, and the next CAN to be held June 23, July 23, 2023. The draw of the 12 qualifying group for the event took place this Tuesday evening in South Africa. 48 teams of the on the starting line, half of which will get their ticket for the final phase. The Lions of Teranga are in Group L with the Squirrels of Benin, Rwanda, and Mozambique. The Ivorians have inherited Group H, Elephant. The Elephant will approach the qualifying campaign relaxed, since they are already assured to participate in their own CAN. Facing them, the revelations of the last tournament, the Comoros, but also especially Zambia, 10 years after the defeat in the final against the Chipolopolo of Hervé Renard. And to close up this edition is the Horn of Africa. 20 million people threatened with famine by the end of the and the number one the number of people suffering from hunger could rise from 40 million to 20 million in the Horn of Africa by the end of the year due to drought and the fallout from the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, said Tuesday Stefan Dujarric, a spokesman for UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. According to the spokesman, the most affected countries in the region face worsening hunger if rains continue to fail, food and fuel prices continue to soar due to the conflict, and humanitarian funding remains low. The World Food Programs want to at that time is in running out for families struggling to survive, Dujarric said. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.